The fact that he said, yes, of course, if that's what the users want, then we can do anything that will please them. Who says that? Who says that? Yep, what's going on YouTube? We back with another thing, but before we get to that, let me say thank you. Because my last video that I made, not my last video, my second to the last video. Second to the last video, I don't talk on things more than once. But for some odd reason, apparently, the part that I waited wasn't the end of the storm. It's still going. This storm is still going. Why are people... Bro, this game has caused so much shit and controversy around everything that's going on. Read this headline. PS5 exclusive Stellar Blade reportedly rated adults only in Korea for nudity and violence. Adults only for this game. I'm not taking this shit too seriously because apparently Korea has a history of doing this, because Korea is very sensitive to nudity the same way that Australia is sensitive to drug use. With that being said, this just proves a point though. It's adults only, but what's their standard for it? Because if Minecraft can be adults only in Korea, yeah, you heard me right. So if Minecraft can be rated adults only in Korea, I don't know what the fuck their standard is anymore. Like how do you judge that? Like, what's the basis on, you know, Minecraft being rated 19 plus for age restriction in South Korea? Is it because it's addicting and they're trying to control the nature of addictive games? I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm just shooting in the dark right now. So I'm not going to take that too seriously because it's still not rated adults only here in the US. I don't even think we have adults rated game anymore in the ESRB. I think it's just M rated and above and stuff like that. But my point is this game has been creating so much controversy over the past couple days since I made my last video. And I'm just sitting here just watching. I'm like, why is this shit still going? This shit is going to get worse and worse until it gets to April. This is going to be the longest wait possible, because these people are trying to stop this game like it ain't nothing, because they're afraid of it becoming highly successful and changing the market. And if this game becomes successful, and I hope it does, but I hope it's good too, because you can't just look good, you have to have substance to it. This game has to be successful, because if it's not, it's going to go back to where it was before. They're going to say a big I told you so, especially if the game is bad. That part we can't control. We can't control whether the game is bad or not. All we can do is control where we want to put our money to. But the thing is, the reason why the developer is cool is because we don't get too many of these people who don't bend the knee, who are not folding to the pressure. And also, they don't say shit like this. You got them saying, Stellar Blade director says they put special attention on Eve's backside. This guy is crazy.
My nigga.
There's really nothing you can do. Why not support this? There's nobody saying this shit. Nobody has the balls to say what he just did right there. Are you kidding me? In today's market, are you, what? Name a director, Neil Cuckman. Name a director who would say this shit in today's market and not be canceled, labeled anything, and he's just saying, fuck y'all. You can't. It's impossible. So this gives me somewhat hope. But the thing is, though, the pressure is going to be on with this dude. I'm telling you right now, this dude is going to get so much backlash. There's going to be so many people trying to stop this shit. The game journalists are probably going to try to, you're going to see so many people try to downvote this game. It's going to be, they're going to try to bury this shit. So that's why I'm basically saying with this, with people like this, we need to support this shit. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I'm not one of these bandwagon people who just like to get on type of no, I'm sick of where the market is going right now, and I think that this is the best way to tackle it. This game is like running straight up in the front like Mel Gibson and Braveheart.
And tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
What's going on, everybody? It's Jay from the future. I forgot to put something in here, but this has to be said because I've said this before, I've never seen a developer like this. This is the reason why we need to support this shit. Check this out. Shift Up is best known for Nikkei. I finally know how to say it now. Got us a victory on mobile. Where there be any crossover between the games fans can look forward to. Now this is a question that a lot of developers will stray away from, and a lot of developers would just say, no, nope, we're not. Check out what this motherfucker said. He said, yes, of course. Like if that's what the users want, then we can do anything that will please them. What the fuck? We're currently just discussing how we can do this in order to maximize the attractiveness, he's just straight out saying it, of the event. We're also considering how we can maximize the synergy between the two titles. This is fucking massive. The fact that he said, yes, of course, if that's what the users want, then we can do anything that will please them. Who says that? Who says that? And then check this out. Thank you so much for your time. As we're big fans of Nikkei, that it was very cool to do this. Kim said, thank you so much. We'll work hard to come up with more attractive, diverse gaming content, which means she is not the beginning or the end. She's going to be, there's going to be multiple titles like this. And I hope that they make a Nikkei game centered kind of like this too. It'll be incredible to see all them characters inside of a game format kind of like this. This dude is my spirit animal. I just wanted to bring that up, but this is the reason why we should support this shit. There's no developer saying that, but without further ado, let's get back to the video. He's not bending the knee, and I love it though, because when you get to have people like this that says, when it comes to the design, we put special attention to the back of the character because the player always is facing the back of the character when they're playing. It just makes sense though, but to say it out loud, especially with the controversy surrounding this character, is just mind-blowing to me. So then he said Kim added that like when looking at a character in the game, he wants to play as someone who is better looking than himself when he plays the game. So it's a fantasy. So it's kind of a thing to where like we got to adapt to trying to replicate real life when it comes to games, and that's why I'm always going to compare it to The Last of Us. And I'm going to keep on going back to The Last of Us because I don't like that game. All of the characters in The Last of Us are extremely unattractive, but it didn't start off like that. The first game was just normal, right? I was like, okay, these look like normal people who went through the apocalypse. Fine, okay, that's cool. Once I got to the second game, they put an extra narrative, an extra perspective on making all the female characters manly. You got feminism going through it like crazy. When you got pregnant people shooting, doing all this stuff, it's just weird. It's like that Wolfenstein shit. It's like, what is the point of that? And then you got them killing off male characters that actually represented masculinity in the first game, and now you're gonna just kill them off in the second game because you're trying to push the female narrative. I can see what you're doing. So when it comes to shit like that, I don't want to support that shit at all. So I don't understand why they're doing that type of shit. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. You got to support this. Because you got to stop giving your money to the other shit and giving money to the shit that actually matters. My point with this is, when it comes to this game to begin with, I think that me personally, as being a person who does art, create art, and when it comes to this type of stuff, I can see potential in the main character in general. And the reason why I want to support this more is because, like I said before in my last video, this reminds me of Nier Automata and Bayonetta when it comes to those two main characters. And you know how big they are now, especially 2B. 2B is everywhere. I think that she has the potential, if done right, to be up there with them. But in order to do that, guys, I understand. The special attention on the backside, I get it. But the thing is, we still have to have substance in order for this shit to stick. Don't get too excited. Take your hand out your pants. Don't get too excited. I want this game to succeed, but I want more substance too. I want her to be as compelling of a character as Bayonetta in 2B. So I hope it's not just a shallow, just based off of the physical. You got to dive a little deeper for me too. So that's a good feature. The thing that's selling it for me right now is the developer, the look of the game, and the face value of the character. That's what's selling me. That's how you get people. You get them when you walk into a store. You're looking around. You're seeing all these products. You're like, oh, that look good. You take it. You don't know what's in it. You don't know whether it tastes good. You're like, oh, that look good. I want to try it. So you pick it up from the shelf. You take it home. It did its job first of all. That's the initial part. It's to attract you to pick it up so you can buy it and take it home. So when you take it home, you open it. Now, what the more important part is for it to taste good. That way you will tell people about it and you will go back out to get some more. That's how you make a complete product. I want this to be that. I don't want it to be shallow. I want it to be a product to where basically like inspires more developers to do the same thing, especially if it's successful on all fronts. I hope it's the case. And I hope we're just not blowing this up just so it can fail catastrophically, because if it does, they win. But we'll see. As long as we do our part, support, put your money where your mouth is, and put your money where you want the industry to see you putting your money to, everything will be fine. Hopefully. We'll see.